Good early morning, everybody. It's September 3rd, 2024. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Hope everybody's doing well. Had a good Labor Day. Hope you ate some good food, spoke to some good people. I guess a couple of days ago, I'd asked AI several questions, and I saved the answers. There was one in particular that I've been thinking about for a while because it's not only happened to me, but I've seen that it's happened to other targeted people with certain cyber stalkers, across YouTube. But it wasn't just the cyber stalkers. There are parody channels out there, where they will comb the internet and poke fun at whether they're TikTokers or your channel or my channel, whatever. But I believe that some of these parody channels particularly go after targeted people. And I think that they do it they're not doing it for creating a channel. They're doing it literally to continue to harass a targeted person. It's happened to me several times. I don't like it. I've reported those people, because it is harassment. It's not just parody. You're not just, having fun. You're having fun at the expense of somebody else. And it's sort of like, when you encounter a bullying situation in school, let's say, and a group of people will harass like a young girl. And I've been watching some TikTok videos recently about this, and it's not funny. It's harassment, it's stalking, it's harmful, it's hurtful, it's embarrassing, and it appears as if the people that are creating these parodies are obtaining some sadistic pleasure out of it. And there's a lot of cruelty. It appears to be very cruel. So, I wanted to know, is it possible to take legal action against someone for using your likeness in a video game without your permission, even if they did not mean to cause harm or offense? And the answer is yes, it is possible to take legal action against someone for using your likeness in a video game without your permission, even if they did not mean to cause harm or offense. The type of legal action typically falls under the doctrine of, quote, unquote, right of publicity, which protects an individual's right to control the commercial use of their name, image, likeness, or other aspects of their identity. Okay, so, everybody out there that has a YouTube channel, it's one thing for somebody to say, hey, can I take a couple of clips from your channel? I'd like to blend it into, creating another video on the topic. But it's another to take clips of your videos as a form of harassment, abuse, ridicule, mockery. So let's see. The key points to consider are, there's one, the right of publicity. The right of publicity allows individuals to control and profit from the commercial use of their identity. If someone uses your likeness in a video game without your permission, they may be infringing on your right of publicity. This right is recognized in many U.S. states and varies by jurisdiction, with some states offering more robust protections than others. And number two, there's infringement of personal rights, personality rights, your personality. In addition to the right of publicity, some jurisdictions recognize broader personality rights that protect against the unauthorized use of an individual's likeness, name, or other personal attributes. Even if there was no intent to harm, the unauthorized use could still be considered a violation of these rights. Number three, misappropriation. You could claim that your likeliness was misappropriated for commercial gain without your consent. Misappropriation is a form of unfair competition, and legal action can be taken even if there was no malicious intent. Number 4, this is the serious one, defamation or false light. Although intent matters in defamation claims, if the use of your likeness portrays you in a misleading or unfavorable way, you might have grounds to sue for defamation or false light, invasion of privacy. However, if the portrayal is not negative or harmful, this might not apply. Number 5. Now this is where these parody channels come in. Parody or fair use defense. The game developer might claim a defense of parody, satire, or fair use, especially if the likeliness is used in a manner that is transformative or for commentary purposes. However, these defenses are often complex and dependent on specific circumstances. Number 6, damages and remedies. If successful, you could be entitled to damages, including compensation for any economic harm suffered, as well as potentially punitive damages. You might also seek an injunction to prevent further use of your likeness. So the steps to take would be to consult a lawyer. If you believe your likeness has been used without permission, it's essential to consult with an attorney specializing in intellectual property or privacy law. They can assess your case and advise on the best course of action. Number 2, then there's the cease and desist. Your attorney may issue a cease and desist letter to the game developer or publisher demanding that they stop using your likeness and potentially seek damages. Likeness meaning your face, your voice, your personality, etc. Number 3, then there's a lawsuit. If the issue is not resolved amicably, you may need to file a lawsuit to protect your rights and seek compensation. Legal action in such cases can be complex and depends heavily on the specific circumstances, including the jurisdiction, the nature of the use, and whether the likeness is easily identifiable as you. And of course, because this often happens on YouTube, you can report the creator, the YouTube creator, that they are harassing you. You know, if they're doing a parody and they're painting you in a negative light, it's defamatory. Like they take your face and they stick a witch's hat on it. This happened to me. Putting me on a broom. We're not going to talk about the creature that did this, but that is a parody meant to defame an individual and portraying the individual in a misleading or unfavorable way. So it's placing somebody in a false light, which is an invasion of privacy. But if the portrayal is not negative or harmful, then it doesn't apply. Well, obviously, most of these parody channels are doing it in a very negative way. I mean, some of it's funny. Like, I just watched one where they have Donald Trump dancing to the old Backstreet Boys song. And it was really kind of funny. And that's like in a cute way, very hilarious way. But it was painting him in a favorable light because of all the positive things he was going to do. But when they take an image of a targeted person who's already being tortured, harassed on a daily basis, assets stripped, their pets harmed, and these cyber stalkers and these parody channels know that you're a targeted person, and they continue to inflict the harm on you, I mean, that is extremely sadistic, and it should be definitely reported to YouTube. And if it comes down to, contacting, an authority on the individual, then that's something you need to do as well. But anyway, I thought this was interesting. And in light of the fact that there are cyber stalkers out there are bots out there, and people that are, and you may or may not know it, have parody channels out there that are stalking your channels, that are stalking particularly targeted people to further defame, slander, and harass them, paint them in a negative light. Just like what they did with the YouTube creator Tessie, where, and you know, she's a Mennonite, and they started doing this to her on a website called what is it? The Gossip. Oh, I forgot what it was. The Gossip Bakery or something like that. Yeah, it was the Gossip Bakery. I mean, ridiculous. But you know, there are a lot of very immature people out there, and they have nothing better to do than to target innocent people for laughs and giggles because they don't have a life. They have to focus on other people's lives to make their lives more interesting. But anyway, I hope you found this interesting. If it applies to you, leave a comment down below. If you know of anybody that this has happened to, where the likeness of yourself or your voice, your personality, and your face has been used to slander you in another forum, I'd like to know. But please hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, get the message out there, and I will talk to you soon.